Now, see, we're gonna dive right into it. Like I always say at the beginning of Alphacology podcast, I appreciate everybody who listens, and my ultimate goal is for these young kings out here to be the most alpha version of themselves. Now, I'm going to address some real. It's gonna be this one is gonna hurt a little bit, fellas, because when we're talking masculinity and being a part of alpha male, being the most alpha version of yourself, your masculinity, especially in today's society, maybe I want to say I'm gonna start in the 80s, 90s. Maybe in the 80s, 90s, depending on what kind of man you are, you lose 30 to 50% of your masculinity once you get married. First and foremost, it strips away a part of your manhood. It ain't like how it used to be back in those days in ancient times. You study civilizations, the role of men and masculinity. It has greatly diminished. Um, it doesn't have to be like that, but it's greatly diminished. And today's topic is basically divorce and suicide. All right, I never, ever contemplated suicide. Maybe a little depression. I about battled with that a little bit, fought that off. But I got a little thing. It says divorce is a risk factor for suicide, especially for men. Listen, these are the numbers, and I'm not a numbers guy on here, but let's address the elephant in the room. All right, 50% of marriages end in divorce. 70 to 80% of those marriages, those divorces, are filed by women. So you think 70 to 80% of those women actually were treated badly or poorly or abused? Y'all really think that? And better yet, 10 men a day. 10 men. I want to say 10 out of 100 or whatever, but let's just say 10 men. 10 men commit suicide. 90% of the reason they commit suicide is because of divorce. Fellas, this is some red pill truth, some alphacology truth, man. Listen, listen to me, especially for the if them babies, if that female was born after a certain age, and I ain't even gonna say that. If that female was born, it's just female nature. You know, it's cats out there that went to bed one morning, thought everything was okay with their family, and wake up the next morning and getting served divorce papers. Having to go through all of that stuff. Now, me, I'm a man. I've been through a divorce. So I can give tips, pointers on to walk things through. But fellas, let me tell you something. The first thing you need to understand, if you're going through a breakup or something as damaging as a divorce, you got to understand. Get your manhood back. That's the first thing, first and foremost. Whatever it take, get it back. Whatever it take, pay the cost to be the boss. You put all your cards on the table, you gambled, you lost. Walk out of there and get your money back up. And I know it's hard to do because you said forevers and never have I ever and all your goodbyes to all. Man, forget all of that. Forget all of that. Trust me. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you though, I ain't never seen no chick ever leave an alpha male. They always come back. They always some way, shape, or form. They all even now, even when I wasn't even the most alpha version of myself, I still was alpha. And even now to this day, a few of them left me and they came back. or they're willing to come back. Or if I want them back, I know I can get them because that energy is on point. You're never gonna get full alpha level getting on one knee and getting married, bro. You gotta be full alpha level before you even do that. Before you even get to that point. And a lot of you cats ain't do that. Y'all all really getting married for the wrong reason. I got married for the wrong reason. I got married because I thought that's what we do, make the family happy, continue my legacy, drop a seed, yada yada yada. Why? When I really sat there and thought about it, when you really sit there and think about it, what is that American dream? A nice house, white picket fence, a couple kids, and a family dog, and you and your wife happy and smiling. Bro, who put that in your head? Especially if you're a young black man, who put that in your head? I live the American. To me, I live the American dream every day. Every day they can't lock me up. Every day I can pay these bills. Every day I stay out of trouble. Every day I enjoy my life. That's the American dream right there. Every day I'm competing and competing against myself and going hard to be the most alpha version of myself, the most dominant version of myself on this planet. Planet. I said planted, but planet. That's my American dream. Nobody finna get in the way of that. No female. You see me walk down that aisle, dog. You best believe that girl is everything I need. She does not. And when I say everything I need, all of that, you know what that really means is it's not what she can do. Sometimes it's what she's not doing, and she's not getting on my nerves, and she's adding value to my life, which sometimes is very easy to do. So yeah, that's it. But I don't see it. Y'all boys didn't do that. Y'all boys ain't play that game right. The ones who's in the miserable marriage, because we're gonna call a spade on alphacology. Y'all know some of y'all in these relationships, y'all hurting, y'all can't get out. Guess what? You locking up your masculinity. You're not as manly as you think. If you feel like you can't walk away from a woman, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll take your alpha card. If you feel like you can't walk away from no female, alpha card gone. Just wrap it up. That's one thing. That's one. If it's anything else, my claim to fame is I would dead a relationship in the water, kill it dead. If I'm not happy, and sometimes it's not about getting what I want. It's about knowing what I deserve. And sometimes you gotta understand some females ain't gonna be able to give you what you deserve all the time. Cause I'm not doing the treating me thing. Cause treating, I feel like that word treat. Oh, a woman better treat me right. I stop saying that. No, no, no. This is what I deserve. If I think I deserve a 5 course meal, that's what I'm gonna ask you for. I'm gonna wait patiently for it. And if I see if it's not coming to fruition, I will move on to the next. I'll find me a woman who know I deserve, and I think who know I deserve a 5 course meal and serve it to me. That's how alpha roll. It's always gonna be you're gonna do it or somebody else is gonna do it. Not right. I want to let you guys know, like, man, whatever you going through, if you feeling suicidal, get help, man. That's why us men, we like to say, they love to say, oh, you need to show emotions. I love a man who open. Don't fall for that bullshit. Don't fall for it. You expose your weakness. They know your weakness. They're gonna use it to their advantage when they need it. They might not use it right away, but guess what? When you open up and be vulnerable, and you tell a woman, "Oh, you know what that means?" It gives you now they know what hurt your feelings. Now they know what pissed you off. Now they know how to get a reaction out of you. dummy. Always stay one step ahead. Always. The crazy thing is, women, women are simple. They want love. They want attention. And they want everything they want. And guess what? The beauty of it, you as a man, you can give them everything they want. But the crazy part, here's the catch. You can give them everything they want, love and attention, all at the same time. But once you do that, they stop liking you. Y'all ain't ready. Once you do that, they stop liking you, brother. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, they don't deserve all three at the same time. Rare occasion. Rare occasion, they don't deserve all three. But these cats kill themselves trying to get all three. I just seen on Twitter, it's kind of funny. Like this guy was trying to get his girl back, this beta male trying to get his girl back, and this girl was like, unless you get me bagels from Montreal, then I'll think about it or something like that. So he drove all the way to Montreal, 8-hour trip, got the bagels, another 8-hour trip back, dropped it off at her doorstep to try to win her affection back. She got the bagels, and then later on Snapchat, he seen the bagels her and her new boyfriend was eating. I thought it was hilarious. All right, fellas, don't let that be you, man. Don't get so caught up in your emotions. Don't let that's a feminine mindset. One thing about you trying to be an alpha male, you can't love a woman like a woman loves you. You have to love them like a man. You have to love them in a masculine way, not a feminine way. If you let a woman convince you that you need to open up and be in your emotions, no, you control those emotions because if once a man becomes emotional, two things going to happen. He's either going to end up killing himself or he's going to end up killing someone or he's going to end up getting killed. I said two things. Those are three things. Stop being so emotional. Control those. Control those. Know every relationship you get in could take a turn from the worst. Be able to control the relationship. The one who is in control of the relationship will dominate the relationship. How do you stay in control, Mr. Alphacology? Mufasa, how you stay in control? It's easy. Always have your escape plan. No, it might not work out. Hey, this thing might not work out. Know what you deserve. Demand what you deserve. And if you can't get it, walk away. I put something on my page the other day. I say your principles have to be stronger than your feelings. If you need a woman, and this is on the lower level, if you need a woman that's gonna you want your girl to cook and clean, and your girl ain't cooking and cleaning, and you done gave your 3 strikes, you're out warning to her, you gotta clear it. You gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready. It can't even be a thought in her head. Cause I'm gonna tell you something about females. And I done been in situations where I was begging a girl to cook and clean more, and she wouldn't budge. And then we break up, and she go to the next cat, and she's cooking and cleaning more for him, and I'm just like upset. But guess what? Women respond to energy more than you think. So the energy I created, or the energy he was giving to her, made her feel like, hey, I'm a cook and clean, whether it's for me or not. That's what happened. Y'all gotta believe in this thing, man. If you believe in yourself, you're not killing yourself. You're not being distraught over a messed up marriage. I don't understand because every cat I know, shoot, some of these marriages, a lot of these marriages, most of these marriages are like a prison. And the warden is the woman. If the woman give you a key to get out of prison, why are you trying to get back in? Why you trying to get back in? I got a girlfriend right now. She want to break up with me. Good. You sure you want to do this? What you want to do? All right, cool. Never again in my life. Well, it's so crazy because I had a chick tell me this one time. I broke up with you just to see if you were gonna fight for me. Ooh, listen, I get. Ooh, that is one of the reasons I claim to even be an alpha male. Because please don't play with me like that. And you have to. Sometimes you do, and these women love to say, "Oh, a real alpha male won't have to claim." Nah, I gotta let you know. I gotta give you a warning. I come with a warning label. I don't wanna confuse you because if you test me, I'm gonna pass that test. So I just want you guys to understand that it's cats out here killing themselves, and I really want to help those dudes because there's so much life to live. Life is a journey. You're supposed to always get better and better and stronger and smarter and wiser and wiser. But if you're in a toxic relationship, a toxic marriage, a messed up marriage, you're actually getting dumber and dumber and drained. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know who came up with it, but it had to be the most beta males of beta males, simp mangina, motherfuckers, whoever came up with that. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah, we say it for shows and good looks to make our woman feel good. I understand you doing that, but I don't live by that. Both of us got to be happy. I believe firmly that my woman don't want to cook and clean. She ain't got to, but that's still her responsibility. So you better find somebody to come over here and cook and clean. If you don't want to do that, queen, that don't mean I'm gonna do it. Because if I might listen, as a young single black man, father as well, I cook and I clean my own spot. You think I'm gonna move a woman in here to still continue to cook and clean at the rate I do? You already taking a value away from my life, shawty. Y'all cats marry a woman and lose money and going for broke. Don't do that, man. If you gonna get down on one knee, that woman better have bank. Gonna make your bank bigger. Gonna make your pocket swoller. Gonna help you save your money. You understand? And it's crazy because you know I know y'all don't believe in it, but I feel like every man who sees himself and values himself as a king, should always refer to the book of Proverbs. You understand? Proverbs. The book of Proverbs is probably one of the deepest books in the Bible. And it's just basically Proverbs of telling a man how to live his life as a king, not as a peasant. You have to understand a king and a peasant are two different things. As a king, you cannot do what peasants do. Sometimes the peasantry will look fun, but it ain't fun. It's fun for peasants. You can't do that as a king. When it's time to be, you can't dibble dabble in peasantry and then come and say, I'm still a king. No, you're not. If you were out here tricking off, chasing hoes instead of chasing your goals, don't chase your, don't chase hoes, chase your goals, fellas. You can't call yourself a king. You can't. You can't call yourself an alpha male. You cannot. You can't even carry yourself like that. Yeah, women might want to say, "Oh, I don't want a man who proclaims himself to be an alpha male or calls himself a king. He shouldn't have to say it." What? Okay. So you want this guy who don't say nothing and chase hoes all day? Okay. Now ask them which one they rather be with. The latter. Um, like I said, The book of Proverbs is a first and foremost guide. I'm pretty sure if you follow the book of Proverbs to the T, your life will be way more peaceful. It'll be way less bull. Seriously. And like I said, a lot of these cats they give their strength to women, and when the woman leaves them high and dry to go through what I like to call the justice, the pocket emptying system, aka the justice system, they are ready to kill themselves. Proverbs 31, verse 3. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. All right? That means do not spend your energy chasing women. Do not use your strength on women. It will ruin your life. I'm gonna tell you the crazy, the, the most one of the most evil energies, spirits you could call lust. That that will ruin your life in so many ways, financially, emotionally, physically. We all battle with it as men. We battle with it. Every man gonna battle with lust. Every man. There's women out here that make $3,000, $4,000 a month off of lust, off of perversion. Because lust is gonna turn into perversion. Fellas, you have to control that little head. You have to control your body. That's why it's so important to fast, meditate, pray, whatever you gotta do. I used to do all that. Always do stuff that's gonna help make your body and your mind and your spirit stronger. That is why I'm calling you guys out tonight on this, man. You in a messed up situation. You in a messed up marriage. Yeah, you picked the wrong girl, or maybe you didn't pick the wrong girl. Women are a very much a reflection of who you are as a man. So if you're not tightening up, she's not gonna tighten up. And if you're not tightening up, 9 times out of 10, she tired of you. She ready to leave. Right now, right now, it's a lot of women who might like me or might hate me, might not even respect me. But one thing they can say is Greg, that boy Greg right there, he's arrogant. He values himself. That's one thing they will tell you. Greg gonna do what Greg wanna do. You understand? I'm not in the business of being emotional with females like that. I mean emotional with giving emotional energy too much or losing myself emotionally with a woman or getting wrapped up in my emotions. Like, nah, that's beta, man. Embrace your masculinity. You can embrace it. If you're in a relationship where you can't embrace your masculinity, you're in the wrong relationship. It's not gonna work. You're gonna be and when I say a relationship not gonna work, don't mean you can't stay with the girl and y'all can't be together for a long time or forever. You're just gonna be miserable. You know deep down inside what you wanna do. I already look at cats and I'm ready to hang out Friday night. Oh, I gotta check in with my wife and see what my wife say. Man, you're not even my friend. I might disown you as a friend. Like, boy, I don't even know who that is. Now, I don't find it disrespectful. Like, yeah, if you came to your wife and say, "Listen, babe, this my word, this my promise. I'll be home Friday night, 12 a.m." And oh, I made such and such a promise. Then I'm like, okay, I got you. But if you gotta say something like, "Hey, man, let me check with my wife real quick." I ain't checking in nothing, baby. You need anything? I'll stop to the house, but I'm finna hang out with the boys tonight. But you need anything? You need food or something? That's it. That's what it's gonna be. Now, if she say something like, "I want to spend time with you, I really do," then I might be like, "Okay." If she, if she put that little submissive, feminine energy voice on, I might be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna chill with y'all later." But one thing I ain't doing is calling and checking in. Hey, is it all right if I hang with the boys? Nah, I ain't doing that. That's why I say you lose 50% of your manhood. You a man. The number one thing about a man is free. The freedom to do what he wants. Bro, you lose your freedom. A lot of y'all cats lose freedom once y'all get married. So now, when the marriage don't work out, you done gave up all that freedom and wasted all that time. Some cats want to off themselves. You can't even blame them because they've been stuck in the matrix. Oh, I cannot wait. By the way, I'm going to do 5 alpha male movies you must watch. I might do part 1, part 2. Man, listen, the Matrix is so alpha and so and I call it red. They even started a subculture, red pill. But anyway, when you're a red pill, truth, reality based guy, basically you look at life for what it really is, the reality of it. Everything down to the way we interact with our women in our marriages is blue pill. That means it's centered around making you a slave. That house in the picket fence, what you got to do that? You got to go to work every day. 9 times out of 10, you got to work for somebody. I don't want a house with a picket fence. I don't want a house with a picket fence. Y'all know me, I'm a realtor. I want to do real estate. I want houses with picket fences. With S, with the S, I want houses. I want properties. You understand? So, that's my American dream to own everything. Everything I could possibly own, I'm going to own it. Everything that can make me money, I'm going to make money off of it. Everything I could gain, I'm going to gain off of it. It's crazy how these cats get in a whole marriage with a woman who does nothing for them at all, but give them sex and look good. Newsflash, fellas, when you're looking for that unicorn or the one, you have to understand. You have to take pussy out of the equation. I just learned this at 29. All right, put it like this: you see a lot of Toyota Camrys, Honda Accords, Priuses. Um, you might see a few Challengers, Impalas, Chargers, Dodge Chargers. Okay, then you get into the Corvettes of the world. Then you might see a Mercedes, a G-Wagon Mercedes. Uncommon cars like Ferraris, Lambos, Rolls Royces. Those are collector's items. Those are strong cars, man. You don't see those cars every day, so you're gonna stop and look. And people who own those cars usually cherish those cars. They pay great attention to details. They care about those cars. Fellas, I came to say you this. That's how you gotta look at women. What does every woman have? A vagina. So why are you valuing it so much? They don't value your penis like that. A vagina. And if you live in America, which most of us do, we know the ratio of women to men, especially in the black community, is way more black women than black men. Scratch the ones that's already in jail. Scratch the ones that are bums. If you got a place to stay in a decent career, a decent job, you already at 12 to 1. What all 12 of those women have in common? A vagina. That's it. And what else? Let's say let's a very attractive woman. So she give you some vagina. A good job. Okay, she's a 9, she's a 10. That don't mean the vagina gonna be good. Shoot, it's it's probably a 5 or a 6 out there that got better, and they'll put it on you and have you think about her the next day. Like, whew, I gotta go run it. I know I got this 10 over here, but that 5 and 6 did her thing. Like, come on, you know what it is. Once you get used to that very attractive young lady, and you realize, hey, it ain't all that now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Same thing in marriage. You done married this woman, now you done got it. You done gave her your all, and she just like, what now? Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you date, and this goes for me too, I have to check myself all the time. What are you doing? It's a woman has to be used like a tool. If you're only using her for sex, why are you even in a relationship with? Why you you need to reevaluate your whole life. Put it like that. Right now, I got a couple women in my life who are my friends. I use them to the fullest. They add value to my life. I don't have to sleep with them. They're my friends. I don't have to marry them. I use them. They use me. Iron sharpens iron. I want a woman that adds value to life, man. I want to be able to look at my kingdom and say, man, I'm glad I got the woman I did. I wouldn't have half of this stuff here right now if it weren't for her. Or it would have took me a little bit longer to get what I got now. I'm on a whole new level. If I don't have a woman I have to put that can't put me on a whole new level, why don't marry her? If my energy ain't up, if I don't wake up in the morning feeling good, why I'm with her? So cats, dogs, chickens, birds, we're not here to just mate. We got to look at what the Most High given us, a help meet. All right? And I'm going to break it down like this. In your marriage, your woman is either your helpmeet, your partner, or your succubus. That means your demon, your energy sucker, the one that makes you depressed, brings you down. If she's your helpmeet, that means you have a kingdom. She's helping you run your kingdom. She's helping you with the daily chores. She probably a housewife. She probably got a little job, but she makes sure food on the table. She makes sure everything in order so you could do your thing, go out there and slay the dragon, go out there and be the man you need to be. That's a help me. That's great. That's good. Then the other type of help me, your partner. That means a woman that's probably doing the same job you doing, work the same kind of career field. She's building your resume up. She's helping you get it in. Like, for example, I'm a real estate agent. If I were to marry a woman that's a real estate agent, she's building my brand. She's going to help me build my brand. We're partners. We're going to feed off each other. We're going to help each other eat. We're going to look for each other. All the money, all the money she makes is my money. All the money I make is her money. We on the same page. That's partnership. That's what most women nowadays look for. And me, that's, hey, if you're a lawyer, I think you should marry a lawyer because y'all would relate to each other. The compatibility is there. You understand? Fellas, you either want a partner or a helpmeet. Both of them are helpmeets in a way, but you either want those two. Then you got what more. Then the last one, you have what most men have in marriages. That's why they're killing themselves. A succubus. That's what it is. If you ever rolled up to your house, you sat in the driveway before you went in the house and you huffed and puffed and like, dang, I want to go in here and deal with her. That's succubus activity. Now, sometimes you might have a helpmeet or, you know, a partnership where y'all had a rough day and y'all mad at each other or something, y'all gotta go face each other. That's fine. That those days gonna happen. But y'all know what I'm talking about. You just like, man, this girl just drained me every time. I don't even want to come home. Yeah, that's one sign that's what you're dealing with now. Maybe she didn't start out like that. Maybe she got like that. But that's up to you. But either way, I want to go back to what I was saying. Fellas, don't kill yourself over no woman. Don't drain yourself over no woman. Relationship, engagement, marriage, don't do it. If I can make it out, even though I have a little bit stronger energy, a little bit what I like to call a natural alpha instinct knack for what I want. You have to be a little selfish, fellas. You have to know how to love yourself. I subconsciously love myself. I be forcing myself. I actually force myself sometimes, like, hell, I think I'm being a little too selfish. I don't know sometimes. I have to pull back, like, wait, I'm loving myself too much. And then, it happens. Because a woman gonna let you know if you're too this or too that, if you're too good or too bad, she's gonna let you know. It's gonna be turmoil. So you gotta learn how to balance. And even every man needs to learn. Every man in a successful relationship, in a successful marriage, knows how to turn on a little good and a little bad. Good, bad. You gotta always play with those knobs. It's like you're a producer. You're producing a beat. You gotta always play with those knobs to balance it out. You're gonna have to drown out some noise and bring it back. All of that stuff. Like that's what marriage is. It takes work. It takes work. That balance takes work. The only person, even yourself, you have to balance yourself. I can't play too much video games. I can't work too much. I got to make sure I'm at the gym. I can't be at the gym too much because I have other productions. I have to make sure I'm a well-rounded individual and balance myself. And a lot of these cats, when they get in a relationship, they do not balance themselves. And that is the sad part. They don't balance themselves. They don't know what they're doing. And the crazy part, it messes up everything. They give all their time, energy to a woman, to the wife in the marriage, and don't have nothing for themselves. So when she looks for her man to see what he has, she sees nothing because you gave it all to her. You gave She wants balls. She wants to see a backbone. She can't see it. You gave that to her. Great man once said, BOA, Book of Alpharonomy. Y'all need to go check him out. Book of Alpharonomy is good. And this is very, very much facts. The more attention you give a woman, the less attention you give yourself. And if you don't give yourself the attention yourself needs, guess what? Just like a woman, yourself will be mad at you and it will fall off. You're going to feel the energy shift. You're going to feel more drained. You're going to be feeling more fat. You're going to feel less attractive. You're going to feel that masculine energy fade because you're not paying attention to it. You're going to lose the girl if you actually got her off of, like some of us, we actually get our women off of some alpha shit, believe it or not. And if you don't keep that alpha up and it turns feminine, you don't keep that masculine energy up and it turns feminine, subconsciously it's going to turn the woman off subconsciously. I'm telling you. That's why I just go off sometime. I'm just like, hey man, there's so much information we need to get. But fellas, if you don't get anything from What I said in this podcast, man, make sure you love yourself. Love yourself first. I teach my daughters that. I got 2 little daughters. I'm going to teach them to love themselves first. Whatever gives you strength in the morning, do it. Whatever gets your mind right, do it. Whatever music, whatever song you got to listen to, do it. When you see her pissing you off or you in a relationship and you got to leave, leave. If you got to leave for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. If you got to leave for a couple of months, then you need to just go on. Leave. Do what you need to do. It's okay to tell people no, man. And it's okay to tell people yes. But one thing you don't do is feel obligated for that yes. So with that being said, man, there's a lot of cats out here dying, committing suicides because they were in a marriage and they didn't know how to be the most alpha version of themselves. So they lost a lot of masculinity. And when a man loses his masculinity, anything is liable to happen. Violence, death, suicide, jail time, all of that. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys for listening. Don't worry, in the future, we're going to open this thing up. I might do a live one day on my Facebook account. We might go live and we might discuss and chop it up. Just the alphas, man. I'm gonna just always respond to the men, rarely to the women. I'm here for y'all. So anytime you need a consultation, you can hit me up at stunnergreg_26 on Instagram. Also, you can look me up Mufasa Fashaw on Facebook. You can hit me up any questions. I'm actually going to start a class either on YouTube or Patreon. I'm going to start sending out blogs, video logs, and all of that good stuff. So we can keep this alpha energy going, man. We got to stay kings. It's hard out here being the king. Sometimes it's not going to be fun. With that being said, peace out. Till next time.